There. Thank you so much. It's knowing which buttons to push in life for your voice to be heard. To me, this is about the individual, the good life, loving yourself with our friends along the way, helping us as community, as spiritual knower seekers, adventurers, because this life is the only life at this moment that we know we have. So, has anyone ever told you, get a life? Yeah? More than once. And I thought I had one. Well, did you get a life? Did you? Is it good? Yes. Do you love it? Because if you don't love it as it is, what do we say? Let it go. If you love it, I'll change that. Let it flow. Let that feeling flow. This morning's talk, The Life of You, I'm hoping will offer some possibilities for having a good life, a better life than even now. Because what's good now is a real good stimulus for something even greater, isn't it? Because having a good life through a greater awareness of the power of love is, for me anyway, that is the good life. That is the good life. So our reference material this morning, which has been mentioned, The God Solution, The Power of Pure Love by Neil Donald Walsh. He also is the author of the best-selling Conversations with God series. Anyone ever read those? Yeah, powerful, weren't they? So today, the word love in this morning's conversation refers to the God love, the divine love, the purest love, and unfiltered love, an unconditional love. The term when I wrote out unfiltered, now that kind of goes along with get a life. You know, you're so unfiltered. Well, that has a lot of different aspects to it. Unfiltered means with the love, the divine love, unfiltered love is the purest love, not coming from a needy, greedy ego place. That's a hard one, because I still kind of look at things and go, hey, it's not the way I wanted it, but, so I get to sit with that. I get to rethink that. I get to refilter so it's unfiltered. I must say that what I'm witnessing in the human world appears to be less than God, divine, pure, or unfiltered in the love department. Yeah? Certainly not unconditional. Try having a loving, open conversation. You pick a topic. And there's going to be people that will agree with you, and we like that. This kind of feels nice. But with those that disagree, that's a call. It's a tall order. It's a tall order to love without conditions. You know, there's so many hot buttons today that trigger people's reactions, and I have those too. But what I know that we're all called to do is to take a look at those. What is the attachment? What is the need? What, for me, sometimes it's control. I can only control me, in reality, when I'm filtered. But, we always bring it back to self. Because that's the only true, purest, loving aspect that we can deal from, is ourself. So, most of us, at some point, believed, maybe not today, that we can only love when another person thinks like we do, or an organization's bylaws, doctrine, mission aligns exactly with ours. I must say it's more comfortable emotionally. I've been there, critical, and through organizations such as ours. But critical thinking is a good thing if it's put in the right channel, if it's for the better good of the organization. Truth is, our thinking mind has been programmed by our history, our experience, and our families, which keeps us separated from and resistant to the pure power of divine love if we get stuck there. Well, the good news is, in the computer lingo, Reverend Kathy, we can reprogram our minds and allow something greater and more loving to unfold and thus manifest for our lives instead of in spite of. In order to reprogram, we must begin right where we are. Have you heard that before? We've got to start where we are before any change can happen. Ernest Holmes tells us in the textbook, and I quote, "There is a law of unfoldment in man which says he can advance only by going from where he is to the place where he would like to be. This is not because the law is limited, but because it is law. As man unfolds in his mentality, the law automatically reacts to him. The way to work is to begin right where we are, and through constantly applying ourselves to the truth, spiritual truth, capital T. When we do that, we gradually increase in wisdom and understanding for I. For I. This way alone will good results be obtained. It's a wonderful experiment and a great adventure to make conscious use of the law. To feel that we can plant an idea in mind and see it gradually take form." End quote. Brittany and the Blistons, I've watched your plant germinate. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Having known your dream, having known your intention, and to see it today in its various forms, recordings, and it's a profound example right in our midst today of planting a seed. Took a while, didn't it? But it's perfect in its manifestation. So, beloveds, how's the law of mind showing up in your lives? Do you use it consciously? Most of the time I do. Most of the time. I used to react a lot more unfiltered driving my car. But when someone was on my bumper and they were pushing, and I used to go faster, and now I just pull over. Let them go. Because if you don't let them go, they're going to go on this side, and they might even want to. I just let it go. And I let them go. Your life is all about you, you know. It's all about you. And it's showing itself through everything up to now that you've ever believed. All your thoughts, everything. So I like to validate that I'm a powerful being because it's showing up. Now, you may not like what's showing up, but Hello? The law is working through you. So what are you invoking for your lives? Would you like to retire some of those old beliefs and reprogram some new ones? Yeah. I'm always up for that. I'm always up for it because you think you know it, think you got it, you think you got the good life. Mine's pretty good, but hey, I thought it was good X number of years ago, and before that, and before that, and now it's really great. Think what could be next. So, one way I know to reprogram is to have clear intentions. That's a great way to begin. How many people do intentions? More than once a year? Maybe twice? I don't know. We kind of like lose after January comes along, and in fact, Reverend Eileen and I offered a reprogramming process at the end of last year called the Burning Bowl. And those that participated in that, how many participated in that? Well, you've received your letters by now, haven't you? So, how are those intentions? What are you saying that? Yes, because I intended, things have shown up that maybe you didn't realize they were on that intention list, right? So, what if you did it more often? How powerful would that be? So this morning, you have an opportunity. You have an opportunity. So I'd invite you to take out your paper and envelope. If you do not have one with you, please raise your hands, and you'll see there's 3 up here. And it's going to be a letter to yourself. It's going to be clear and succinct. And how we're going to do this is we're going to do an intention for July. Okay? And you're going to say in your letter, "Dear your name." No, not your name, but whatever your name is. You're writing to yourself, and it's going to be from yourself. And it should say, "My intention or intentions for July are." Take about 5 minutes. Be very clear. What can you conceive of to demonstrate in this month? Maybe there's been something that you've put off. Remember, live streamers and Zoomers, that you are in this with us as community. So please please join us in this exercise of awareness and demonstration. Take another minute. Okay. Now, be sure and sign it and date it. This is July the 10th. And address the envelope with your name and your address. And when you leave the sanctuary this morning, I would ask that you place that in the offering basket, which is in the bookstore to your right, my left. Yeah, if you forget to and want to hang on to it, I wouldn't advise it, but we hang on to things. Let it go. Let it go. And I will personally gather them and do treatment over them, and I will mail them back to you August 1st. So, and in the meantime, I have a little homework for you. I invite you to do this once a month. And August 1st, do some intentions to yourself. Do the same process. And then seal that and tuck it away in a special place that's yours. Then go to that. September 1st. Open it up. And make new ones for September. Get into the process of creating consciously. It's powerful. Oh my God, I have God bumps. It is so powerful to be conscious in our lives. The process will prime your spiritual pump, allowing that law of mind, which I spoke of earlier, to show up for you in love. Now, I have a picture I would like put up right now, please. This is my mother. My life, the life of me was 50% her fault, of her intention. She says I was intentional, and I believed her, So, she was born July 10th, 1928. So, I honor her. I dedicate today's lesson to my mother, or else I wouldn't be here. So I'm really honoring that love that she exampled through her trust in me, her relationship boundaries. If you want to know more, I'll tell you later. Her fierce defending of family, of us kids, and her ability to empower me with the skill of listening first, contemplation second, and action third. Didn't always do that, but over and over she reminded me that's how it should be done. Thank you, Mother. Neil Donald Walsh in The God Solution says, the process of melding human emotion with divine feeling produces not only a place for divine energy to show up in our lives, but a way to actually be expressed and demonstrated. Experienced regularly, this will change not only each of us, but every person whose life we touch. My parents were good that way. They exampled a lot of wonderful traits, and so I've mentioned before from this place, some that I don't do because of them. They didn't tell me to do those things. I just knew I didn't want to do those things, you know? Some of their actions and the way some of their relationship conversations was pretty intense fellowship. However, so I am grateful to be here in this community. I am always honored to be able to stand here and speak and, tell you what I think I know. And if it strikes a chord and you learn something, so be it. So, beloveds, get a life. Get a life. Your life. It can be made new each day, in each intention, and action, and feeling. And through the healing power of pure love, I know each of you have the ability to demonstrate more love by being more loving with yourself first and the life of others around you. So live your best life. Why not? Begin it now. Why not? This is the moment. And you are just love. So it is. Namaste. Ready for some more Brittany and the Bliss tone? I am.